Okay, so this is the Test 7 Part 2 presentation, so I'll just jump right in. Okay, number 1 says if the point 4, 7 is dilated by a factor of 10 about the point 1, 2, what are the coordinates of the image? Okay, so the first thing you want to do is not multiply. You're going to take 4, 7, that coordinate, and this coordinate 1, 2, and you're going to find out the difference from them. So we're just going to put 4, 7 right over 1, 2. So we'll subtract 4 from 1, we get 3, and then 7 from 2, we get 5. So 3, 5. This is what we'll be working with because that's the difference between this coordinate and this coordinate. So now we're going to take 3, 5 and multiply it by 10. So 10 times 3 is 30, and 5 times 10 is 50. Okay? And now, since we have this coordinate, 1, 2, and they're both positive, we're going to be adding 1. Okay, this is our x value, and this is our y value. This is our x value, this is our y value. So we'll be adding the x value to the x value and the y value to the y value. So 30 plus 1 is 31. And then 50 plus 2 is 52. Okay, so we go over here to our answer choices and we see that B is the correct answer for number 1. Number 2 says which is the solution set for the system of equations. So we're going to come over here to the graphing calculator and we're going to type that solution in. And the solution is not it. Okay. Y equals x squared plus 3x minus 4. You hit enter and type in the second one. The second one is 3y minus 6x equals 6. And to find the solution set, we're going to see where the points at or where they cross. So we'll come over here. We see that this right here, 2, 6. And then if we keep going down this way, we see that it crosses at -3, -4. So we come back over here and we look at our options. Remember we said 2, 6, and -3, -4. Okay, so we go over here. We see that D has those coordinates listed, -3, -4, and 2, 6. And then number 3 says which statement is not true. For this one, you're going to have to go over here to the calculator and plug in each one. You want to make sure it's on degrees before you get started, because if it's not, then it will give you completely wrong answers. So we type in sine of 20, and then we type in cosine of 70, and we see that those are equal, so we know that that's not a choice for this one. Okay, so B is sine of 45 and cosine of 45. We see that those are equal, so we know that that is not an option because we're looking for the statement that is not true. Okay, so the next one is sine of 35 and cosine of 145. We see that those two are different, so C could be a possibility. We just gotta check and make sure that D, see what D is first. For D we have sine of 260 equals cosine of 190. And those two are equal, so that leaves us with our answer C. Sine of 35 degrees equals cosine of 145 degrees. That's the statement that's not true. And for number 4, it says, given the cards shown, the situation that has the lowest probability is choosing a blank. Fill in the statement. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to count how many cards we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 cards in total. Okay? And it says we'll be dealing with the number 2 card, the number 3 card, and the number 5 card. We have 2 number 2 cards, 1 number 3 card, and 2 number 5 cards. Okay? And the first option says 2 and then 3, 2 and then a 3 without replacement. So what is the probability that we'd pick a number 2 card and then a 3 card without replacing it? So we said that we had 2 number 2 cards out of 13 times 1 number 3 card without replacing it. So if we were to take those out, we'd have 12. Or no, 11, sorry, minus the number 2 cards. And so that gives us that decimal, and we'll multiply it times 100 to get a percent, and we got 1.39%. Okay? And so the B statement says choosing a 3 card and then a 2 card with a replacement. So if we took 1 out of 13 times 2 out of 13, we'd get that decimal, multiply it by 100 to get a percent, and we got 1.18. Okay, and then the C statement says 5 and a 5 card and then a 2 card with replacement. Okay, so we have 2 5 cards and 2 13 cards. So we have 2 out of 13 for the 5, multiply the 2 out of the 13 for the 2 cards. That's our decimal, times 100, and we get 2.36 as our percentage. Okay, and the D statement says 2 and then a 2 card and then a 5 card without replacement. So we have 2 out of 13 times 2 out of 11, since we didn't replace those. We get that decimal, multiply it by 100, and we get 2.79. And remember, it says, given the card shown, the situation that has the lowest probability. Okay, so we're looking for the one with the lowest probability of that option. So we compare these and we look for the smallest one, and we see that that is B, 3 and a 3 card and then a 2 card without replacement. For number 5, the last one, it says a solid spherical ball with a diameter of 2 inches is dropped into a cylindrical cup with a diameter of 3 inches and a height of 8 inches. Okay, so we know that the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared times height. Okay, and we'll come over here and we know the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so we're going to start by finding the volume of the cylinder. So we pi, and it says the diameter is 3 inches, and the diameter is all the way across. So the radius would be half of that, and then it says the height is 8 inches. Okay, and then the diameter of the ball, it says it's 2 inches, so we take that in half. Okay, so half of 3 is 1.5, so we'd have 1.5 squared times 8. So if we plug that into the calculator, second pi times 1.5 squared times 8 gives us 56.54. Okay, now if we come over here and find the volume of the sphere, we have 4/3 pi r cubed. So to find the radius, we divide that by 2. We cut it in half, so half of 2 is 1. So if we plug that in on the calculator, 4/3 pi 1 cubed, we get 4/3 4.18. And since the last part says, assuming the ball is non-porous and will remain at the bottom, what volume of water can the cup now hold? So since the original amount that the cup would have been able to hold was 56.54 cubic inches, but it already has the ball in it, we have to subtract the volume of the ball from the original amount. So the original amount was 56.54 minus 4.18, and that is now 52.36 cubic inches is how much that the cup can now hold.